Moving on, one of the largest cluster redevelopment projects spanning over 16.5 acres, Bhendi Bazaar's redevelopment has kicked off. The organization in charge, Saifee Burhani Upliftment Trust, has now appointed 2 contractors for the first phase of the project, which includes subcluster 1 and subcluster 3. Amita Balachandra was on the ground and she gets us this report.
One of the largest cluster redevelopment projects within the city of Mumbai, Bhendi Bazaar's redevelopment has kicked off, and it comes as a huge relief for residents of subcluster 3 and subcluster 1. I'm here at subcluster 3. In fact, as you can see behind me, construction work for the same has begun. In fact, the contractor in charge for the subcluster is Capacit Infra Projects, is what we understand, and the construction work has begun a month ago, is what the organization in charge, Saifee Burhani Upliftment Trust, has told us. Also, for subcluster 1, the contractor in charge, of course, is Tricone, and both these subclusters will have about 4 towers, is what we understand. About 1,700 families who've been rehabilitated now. That comes in as a huge relief for them. The rest of the 13 towers, however, will take place once these 2 subclusters are completed. Also, for that, the developer will be identified very soon, is what SBUT tells us. Also, what we understand from SBUT is that both these subclusters will take about a matter of 3 years for completion. This is Amita Balachandra for Magicbricks Now.
Now, Amita also caught up with the CEO of the organization developing this massive project. She began by asking him the timeline for phase 1 of the project. Listen to what he had to say.
We planned phase 1 to complete in 3 years. We've just started a month back. So within 3 years, we should be able to bring all the tenants back.
Another thing that I would like to point out, of course, is that 70 buildings have now been, or more, have now been demolished, and about 1,700 families have been rehabilitated, right? What is the status on the rest of the buildings that you have acquired?
Again, basically, we are moving people only, when we need to. So as we take up the clusters for construction, we are moving tenants there. So in the next phase, now that we have started for the next subcluster, we are in the process of moving tenants to our new transit as well as to transit in Sion.
Okay. Would you also have, multiple contractors for the project, or just one developer who is going to redevelop the rest of the clusters? What's the status on identifying that developer?
Basically, we're in the process of finalizing with a developer. And once we have it, developer would be, one developer who would do the entire project from here on.
One biggest challenge post completion of the project is maintenance cost for these tenants going up. How are you planning to tackle that problem?
See, the government requires us to have a corpus fund, and they would establish that. So whatever that is established, we would, abide by that, as well as, we will take care of all the maintenance, mechanical maintenance of it for the period of 10 years. So, but in the meantime, we are looking at all ways to minimize the cost of maintenance in terms of recycling of water, in terms of using energy efficient lighting. So those.
Moving on. A number of developers in India are planning to develop affordable housing as a part of the Prime Minister's pet project Housing for All by 2022, and Tata Housing is one among them. Magicbricks Now's Aishwarya Paliwal caught up with Bhendi Banerjee, Managing Director and CEO of Tata Housing. Take a look.
Talking a little bit about